Wax gross. You know what wax gross means? Fat. They got sticky tissue blocking their minds. That's what fat, and that also ties into your diet. That's why Yahweh also in the Levitical law, what do we have? A balanced diet. Because when you're eating all this junk food, what does that do? That causes your mind to wax gross. Got all that fatty tissue blocking your mind. And that's why the elder apostles say, watch what you eat, because when you eat certain foods, sometimes you have it where you can't even think properly. Why? Because that's that wax gross. Continue.
So it says, and their eyes, Sakya, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
So they got the spirit of blindness and deafness and dumbness put on them. That's why the masses of people are just walking about. Okay, here it is, I'm shouting, I'm raising my voice, and people are still walking past like nothing, like they can't hear nothing. Why? Because they got the spirit of dumbness on them, blindness. Go ahead.
So Romans 11. So Romans 11 and 7, and it says, what then? Israel have not obtained that which is seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
So Israel have obtained this truth. Israel has got it, okay? The elect of Israel, because within this truth, you might know you're Israelite, but guess what? There's an elect within the elect, which consists of the 144,000 and the 1/3. See, this is more deeper than just coming out here and screaming, Kram Yasharallah, I'm an Israelite. It's really about the elect on this side. Okay, because 2/3 of our people, they have a zeal, okay, but not according to knowledge. That's why they're all up in these whorehouses, okay, praising sweet, sweet Jesus, okay, that white meat.
Okay.
Was there any more on that? Did I miss it?
It says, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
But the rest were blinded, as it mentioned in Matthew 30:9. The rest were blinded. Only the election are going to obtain this truth. It's only going to sink into the elect's mind. Why? Because they've been woken up. And the angels have actually activated your mind to wake up. Why? Because it tells you that in Isaiah 6 and 9. Okay, put the deep sleep on them. So for the angels to put deep sleep on you, for you to be awake of this truth, that means the angels had to actually activate your mind for you to actually understand this truth.
Okay. It's 8, and it says, according as it is written, the Most High has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day.
The spirit of slumber. When you're slumbering, what are you doing? You're lackadaisical. You're in a sleep, your eyes are closed. You're shut off. So these people, they got the spirit of slumber on them. That's why we call them the walking dead. Okay? And they've been given the eyes that they should not see. They got eyes, they got actually eyes, they can look, but they cannot see. They ain't got spiritual eyes. They can't perceive what's being said.
And it says, verse 9, and David saith, let their tables be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always.
That was a prayer. That was a prayer of King David. Let their table become a snare, and that's twofold. Okay, especially when it comes into this truth, because there's individuals reading these scriptures, and guess what? If you don't have an understanding, guess what? These scriptures can be a snare to you, a trap. You can entangle yourself in these scriptures. That's why King David said, "Let their table become a snare." Okay, and why does it say table? Why? Because we're eating. We're more partaking in this truth. We're actually eating. And that's spiritual, because the Passover is just we're just in that period of the Passover. And what are we doing? We're eating of these words. Okay? So whoever that's why King David said, let their table become a snare and a stumbling block. Okay, the things that you don't understand in this truth, okay, that can become a stumbling block to you. Okay, and what's a stumbling block? Something you trip up. Okay, something you don't understand. Okay, what will be for your own destruction, your own demise.
Right. So anything that you believe in that's outside of this, outside the pure truth, man, is gonna be a stumbling block to you, man. If you're a Muslim, that's gonna be your stumbling block. If you're a so-called Christian and you wanna hold on to that, that's gonna be a stumbling block to you, man. Okay, if whatever you are, you know, the conscious movement, whatever the hell you're into, man, you're not full of vocab Malone, and you think he has the truth or he's speaking the right things, that's going to be a stumbling block to you, man.
Can't.
Okay? Anything that you're involved in that's outside of the real truth, man, that's going to be a stumbling block to you. Okay?
Got anything else?
Let me see if there's more on
Back
this.
in Matthews.
Okay, that's done here.
Yeah, I might as well just go back to Matthews. Back in Matthew 13 and 16. So it says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear.
Okay, so blessed are your eyes and your ears, okay, for they hear. You can receive this truth. You understand what's being said. Blessed are ye. Continue.
Verse 17, for verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have heard them not.
So many of the ancient prophets desired to see these things that we see. The plagues, the pestilences, okay, the earthquakes, okay, the RFID chip being implemented. They desired to see that. Why? Because in their time, they were mentioning these things. But guess what? It never came to pass in their time. But guess what? They're back here today. Exactly. So guess what? They do see it. Okay?
That's right.
Anything else?
Yeah, can't. Actually, no, that's it.
Focus.
Yeah, man, it's lucky about the swimmers, see. And women can get you out of the spirit.
No, they can't. Come on, brother. Come on, stay with
I
us.
can't keep my composure. Stay with it. Yeah.
It's 1 Corinthians 1:26, and it says, for you see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
So not in this truth, you're not going to get many wise men. What does that mean? You're not going to get many
Neo,
You help me with
Tyson, your celebrities. You're not gonna get educated people, so-called people who are scholars and all them things, man. Scholars wanna come and prove you wrong instead of coming to take heed to you, man. Because really, the whole world's supposed to take heed. But all these people in the high high places, really, man. People of reputation. You're not gonna get many of that, man. I get the one that says he's revealed it unto the babes.
So not many wise men, not many mighty. You're not going to get many Mike Tysons in this truth. No Floyd Mayweathers. Okay, basically people of prominence. Okay, people that have already people who have got their consolation here. Okay, because they've already received their consolation. Okay, but it doesn't mean it's impossible. That's why it says not many, because I like the box, so I'm not counted out, but it says not many. You're going to get individuals that come into this truth that are from noble families, well good, of-soul families, but it says not many, because there's only going to be a few.
Hey man, I wouldn't be surprised if there's members of the elect that have had dinner with the Rothschilds at some time.
Definitely. That's why it says not many, because you're going to get noble, Who's the individual that paid for Yahweh Shai's tomb? He was well,
Yeah, secret disciple Joseph. Yeah.
Anything else?
Let me finish this. It says, for you see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things that are mighty. And base things of the world and things which are despised have the Most High chosen, yea, and the things which are not to bring to naught the things that are.
So the Most High has chosen the foolish things of this world, things that you think would not be. Okay, and the base things. What's the base? Something that's base is low. Okay, so you might be frowned upon. Someone looked down upon. Look how he dresses. Look how he speaks. Well, that's considered the base things, and the things what are despised. Because before you came into the truth, you might have been despised. Okay? Oh, he's a nobody. Well, guess what? Yahweh Shai uses nobodies to build them up. Why? That's how his power is shown. For using the underdog. Yahweh Shai uses the underdog. The one you would never expect. Just like King David. When Samuel went to choose out all his brothers. Samuel, Shammah, okay? Abinadab, okay? No, it's not him. Eliab, no, it's not him. Why? Because they were all tall of stature. I'm sure they had muscles, scars on their faces, Yeah, it must be him. He looks like a mighty man.
You see the toughest guy, the tough guys, man. Oh shit! Surely it's this guy who the Lord has chosen, and the Lord had to correct Samuel, man. I don't see the way you see. Matter of fact, let me get it.
It's that Isaiah 55. The Lord, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are your ways.
Jesse.
Sirach 13 and 23 just says, when a rich man speaketh,